Are we live? Make sure we got that joint in here tight. Yeah. What up, though? You said you was leaving? Oh. Well, I'm headed to the store. You waiting for me all day. Couldn't have been waiting on me, man. I was kicking it in Indiana. Indianapolis. I was in Indy, man. Everybody saw I was in Indy, man. I pulled up. Oh. 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 Ooh. Realized I didn't have no cigarettes. So you know what that means, right? Just don't run. Oh, it done rained out here too. Excuse me. Now, me and True Freeman was having a discussion, okay, on the Bible. All right. And there was a reason why I asked him about demonic possession. Because while everybody is having the argument that, you know, Jesus is the bad guy and this one is the bad guy and that one's the bad guy, well, how come they never make streams about Satan being the bad guy? Because you don't have any knowledge on Satan. All right? You know all the main storylines, but to have the discussion, you have to read the book. Now, according to the Bible, a non-believer doesn't even have the ability to speak on the text and the scriptures in the Bible. Because God has put a wall up on you. Now, if the Bible is fake, then True Freeman should have no problem having a discussion. Because according to scripture, you have no authority. So your body kind of tenses up when you talk about it. All right. What up, bro? Yeah, let me get a pack of Newport 100s in the box.
All right.
Oh, yeah, man. All right. You also wanted to talk about, this lovely, lovely vehicle out here, And you can have your opinions on how I maintained and got the vehicle. But see, this was more of a blessing, right? Than humans could say because, just because I bought the Honda, that didn't mean that I didn't have to spend money on the Honda. Needed work. All right, it needed a tune up. It needed oil change. I'm still doing work to the Honda. I got to put shocks and struts. I gotta, uh, uh, you know, put that stuff on the back. You know what I'm saying? The fuel lines are deteriorated and old, so my mechanic said, that's probably the next thing you need to change out. So all of that, it goes beyond the car purchase. People just say, well, and I heard True Freeman say it. He said that he was still mad over the car, and you have to look at that. See that goes against scripture. All right, because if you had 500 cars in your lifetime, right? Why are you staring at the man that has the one car and you have multiple? I mean, a car is a car. Does it really matter on who has what type of car? Both cars have purpose. They have, you drive, you put it in reverse. No, you can't see the outside of your car when you're driving. Now, I didn't make the money for the car off of True Freeman. That's just not how it happened. All right, what True Freeman fails to acknowledge on his show, and he has a right to do that, but he doesn't acknowledge that in 2018, I was already doing my DJ shows. People were donating. I was making mixtapes. I put out 13 mixtapes. No, I put out 15. I think I put out like 15 mixtapes in 2018. So he doesn't give that any credit at all. Okay? That the DJ shows were every Friday, and they still are every Friday. And that's one day out the week that I don't give to anybody. That I don't care who's making videos. I don't care who's got my name in the title. It's always, okay, a guarantee. All right? Here's something that he never paid attention to when I said it to him. All right? Because he liked to hear himself talk. I said to him directly, I said, as soon as I got my license, I went and picked up the car. So I already had the money for the car before I went to go get my license. So how could I get the money to come to you when I didn't even have the license yet? You see? All right, it happens. See, Tyra's a long-winded talker, but he's a horrible listener. He listens to videos, but he doesn't listen when you say it to him directly. If you're talking to him directly, he always has to be right. He cannot be wrong on anything. and everything is related to a court of law. Okay? But everything in life is not court related. So as soon as you grasp that concept, you can't keep using the, well, what would you use in a court of law? No, you can't use a court of law for everything. It just makes no sense. The courts are unjust. The same people that are in the courtroom are the same motherfuckers as your neighbors. The neighbors could be a judge. Anybody could go and apply for judge. It's judges with criminal records. But see, if you want to have a conversation like I did, you have to do what I do. When you talk to True Freeman, you just have to sit there and let him talk and agree with everything. If you disagree with something, okay, you saw what happened to the mayor. All right, you should know better not to disagree with the coldest thing getting that Tim Tam flim flam. Y'all ain't learned that by now. Y'all don't know how to troll. Okay? Okay? You just don't know how to troll. All right, stick to watching. Just be an observer. All right, leave it to the professionals. All right, it's easy for me. All right, I do this in my sleep. All right, I do this in my sleep. It's so easy. People act like it's hard. No, it's not. All right, you just say the word hard out loud. It's not really hard at all. All right, just put forth the effort. Nothing's hard if you try. You know, it's weird that people don't try enough. I think I put in a harder effort than most. You know, it's all about the effort that you put in. Okay, and you have to be consistent. Okay, see, there you go, T Black. Now you're trolling. See that now you're getting what I'm. Now you're getting the legit. You know, sooner or later you were going to pick up on this. Sooner or later you pick up on this. See, Tommy don't know how to do this. Nobody knows how to do this but me. And to me it's so easy, but to other people it's like, oh my God, I can never do that. And I'm thinking to myself, why not? It's easy. All right. Okay. It should be just like second nature. All of you should be able to do it just like I do. But nope. All right. I guess I'm the only one with the gift. Okay. I'm the only one with the gift. Okay. Real talk. All right. And I'm sitting here on my block, right? And my neighbor just told me that the doggone foster kid that she had to put that motherfucker out. And he said, what happened? He said the little boy kicked her in the stomach. I mean, she's an elderly lady. So what do you do in that situation? You see the untold story. What do you do in that situation? You a foster parent. They drop somebody's kid off at your house, and this kid, 10, 11 years old, decide to hit you with all his power. What do you do? No, you're the foster care. So what do you do? You're the foster care. See, I just couldn't be in that situation because I mean, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. Especially if you want to fight for real. Especially if you want to fight for real. You hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. I don't care who you call. Okay? I don't think I'm gonna just pick up the phone. I think I'm gonna lay you out first and then pick up the phone.
I might lay you out first and then pick up the phone. Because me hitting you at that point would be discipline. It wouldn't be abuse. I wouldn't consider that abuse. I would consider that discipline. I'm showing you what happens when you hit somebody with the force that you hit them. I'm showing you what will happen to you, what the end result of that is. Okay? You see? I would just, I wait for the police to come. What happened? She hit me. Yes. He basically kicked me with all of his force in the terms of trying to harm me. So in return, I was disciplining him, showing him that what that feels like on the other side. That's all. I was showing him what that feels like when you do it to someone else. He did it to me. I was showing him what it wasn't like I, bombed on him and kept swinging. Okay? Yeah. All the foster asylums are gone. All right? Yeah. All right. But my neighborhood, yeah, outside of that, that's been about it. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. He's back at it again. He gonna stay at it. All right. I just ain't gonna stay at it with him. God damn it. All right. Look, Shitty Gray said, I think he got another dog. Hey, he gonna learn that when you put a whole bunch of pit bulls in the house, they get a certain age. Yeah. Yeah. It can turn out bad. It could turn out real bad. But as far as the discussion, yeah, it's easy for me to have discussions like that. Well, I put it to you like this. He's doing better now than he was before because, his biggest problem was being social. True Freeman is antisocial in real life. All right, he's antisocial. He might not want to admit that shit, but it's very, very true. He's an antisocial person. He's not the first person to walk up and say hi. He's not the meet and greet with a smile type nigga. Okay, so to be antisocial and then to come on social media is damn near an oxymoron. You can't be antisocial on social media. It's just silly. I mean, look, I get it. You can run your show the way you want to run it. All right, but what True Freeman don't understand is the reason why so many people support me is because the people that donate, they don't necessarily agree with me all the time. He can't say none of his mods that he has in his chat disagree with him on a regular basis. And he don't see, well, that's the key to success right there. That's the real trick. That's the real key to success. The real key to success is to have a bunch of motherfuckers that have their own mind, and your supporters should be the motherfuckers saying to you, well, no, Vic, that ain't right. That's how the game really goes. That's how the game really goes. The game, to win the game, is not about having a whole bunch of yes men around you. That's why, motherfuckers used to question why you keep Lily Rose around. Because she don't agree with everything I fucking say. She's not a puppet. She's not a yes man. It was like back in the day, like it was random people that they would always say, well, why you rocking with this one? Because I don't want a bunch of yes men around me. I'm not going to be successful having a whole bunch of yes men around me. The motherfuckers that say, oh, no, that ain't right. This is the other. Oh, no, you wrong right there. That's what I want. That's what I want around me. I want a bunch of motherfuckers that got information that I don't have. I don't need a bunch of motherfuckers that when I say finax or when I say facts, everybody got to say facts with me. No, I want somebody to say, no, that ain't right. I want somebody to say that. I want somebody to say, oh, you full of shit. And break down how I'm full of shit. Regardless if I agree with it or not. We can sit here and argue back and forth. You feel what I'm saying? Don't know how to goddamn keep the crowd hype. The way you keep the crowd hype is to have variety and a difference of opinion. Whole bunch of yes men, your chat stop moving. If everybody agree with you, your chat gonna stop moving. Because at certain points, if we gotta agree with everything you say, it makes no sense for us to even type. What are we typing for? I mean, I'm not gonna keep typing yes, 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 yes. Fuck that. Who does that? Nobody. And see, true, look. See that house over there? They working on it. You see the paper? Hey, true. Where's the rainbow house? It's gone. Where's the rainbow house? All right. The development on this side of town has already started. You haven't really checked out my neighborhood in a while. All right. It's actually warm out here. I like this temperature. This feel good. All right. This make me want to come outside and utilize my porch again. You said you get blocked by disagreeing with me. You don't get blocked by me. I don't block nobody. You say I'm capping. I have not physically stuck my finger down there and blocked you at all. So you capping. See, I love how somebody else does something and then you blame me for their hand moving. Like I told them to do that. Okay? I love how you do that. I love how you say, well, so-and-so blocked me and that's my fault. I didn't tell that motherfucker to do shit. Maybe they just don't like you, Debo. You ever thought about that? Maybe the motherfucker that you are being blocked by is a person that you know in the black sector that know you in the black sector, and maybe y'all was beefing in another chat room and neither one of y'all had wrenches, and then you ended up on my chat room and that motherfucker got a wrench. Because that happens too. Never want to acknowledge it, but it happens. Oh yeah. I forgot I had caviars in the car. I forgot all about these bitches. Ooh. Okay. But true, come on, dog. You can't seriously be saying that you jealous over this goddamn car. I can't believe he actually told me that. All right, nigga, you didn't blew a goddamn screw. You cannot tell me that you jealous over this materialistic item. Okay? I mean, you act like I bought this car and I didn't have to do nothing to it. Do you know how much money I spent on this foreign vehicle, True? All right? Tell them that story. Tell them, okay, yeah, I bought the car, but how much did I have to spend on getting it the way it needed to be? And I still got to spend more money on it. It's still not at 100% like I want it. Okay? It's still not at 100% like I want it. Okay? Nope. The brawny paper towels are no longer on the refrigerator. There's a rack for that. There's a rack for that. I don't block anybody. All right. If anything, I unblock. Right. Tommy might block your ass. But I can't believe True Freeman said he's jealous over this goddamn car, knowing all the motherfucking money I had to spend on this bitch. First of all, people, let's keep it a buck. Since True don't want to let, two sides of a story be told on his show. Okay? You see this tire? This tire separated from the ball joint and was hanging off of this car. Who fixed that? Why ain't nobody talking about when this tire right here separated to the point where it was hanging off the car, tire, rim, and all separated from the ball joint. All right, I had to replace the whole axle. Okay, the headlights. Okay, I had to replace them because the lady fucking hit me in the front. I had to replace that shit. Right? Insurance said, fuck me, eat it. All right. All four of these tires are brand new tires along with the rims. I got all that switched out. I still got to replace the struts in the back because that's why the motherfucker be creaking and all that shit because I got to replace them struts in the back. Everything on this car is factory, and you could clearly see the new struts in the front, how they sit up high, and then the old struts, see how low that is closer to the tire, how low it is in the back, but it's sitting up high up front. It should be even. They should be like at even level. Okay? So that stuff costs money, man. And then I told you, I said, shit, we gonna take care of that light and the ceiling as soon as it got warm outside. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? It seems like it's starting to warm up a little bit, ain't it? Seems like it's getting a little nicer out here now. So now that the weather's nicer, wouldn't it make sense for me to go up there now instead of doing it when y'all wanted me to do it because y'all wasn't willing to pay for it? Let me do it on my time. All right? Okay. So we grabbed the paint. All right.
Yeah, look at this. I'ma beat him. I beat him like several boys in a day.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Look at the next song. It might be good. Look at the next song. Look at this, Dad.
You said Tommy going live about Jazzy. By the way, did you get those caskets ready for Vic? Oh. No, I didn't. What you saying? Tommy about to go in on me? Is that what you saying? All right,
When you come back in,
all
look.
right. I'm cleaning up. Do your thing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have nothing bad to say about Jazzy. So I don't think I'm the guy to even personally care. Like I don't care about that shit. I never did. Never cared about that shit. So, in essence, Tommy told everybody that he has no friends online and it's fuck all of us. So, all right. I don't know him. I don't ever meet. I never met him. So, right. Remember what Tommy asked? What did Tommy ask me and Chucky? Did y'all forget? I mean, that's why I kept telling True Freeman. I said, "Hey, man, actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words." What did he ask me and True Freeman? I didn't mean to say True Freeman. What did he ask me and Chucky? That was my fault. What did he ask me and Chucky? He asked me and Chucky will we sub to his OnlyFans page. Didn't he ask that? Okay. And I'm thinking to myself, I ain't never seen Tommy on the website, on my big old. Why would I be on it is the question. I mean, if I'm giving you $40 a month, can I do my DJ show over there? Like I don't know. Tell me where's again. my understanding of Tommy's Only fan page was that you were basically proving that you were a fan only for Tommy. That's what that meant. That you were a fan of him. You see? I'm a fan of the Army of VicDamoane. All right. I don't have an OnlyFans page, but I can see who's sharing my live stream and who's not. Do you understand? You said Queen Up. I don't have the full story on her. Um, oh, but she makes a whole bunch of claims. You know, and she got a what'd she say? $17,000 check coming from Big O because of the attention that she receives on there. You know, to me, it's just uh uh to me it's like you know in a weird way I just feel like they're analyzing our lives. You feel me? You says, why does Tommy hate on me? Because you have, look, let me tell you something, okay, that runs rampant in the sector. It's called selective outrage. And these are three people that I say all share the same thing with True Freeman. True Freeman, ZX, Tommy, and my nigga LA all have the same issue. When you go on their platform, you have to agree with every fucking thing that they say. And if you disagree with whatever the fuck they say, they are going to flip the fuck out, get angry, you know, pop a top, roast you, cook you, ether you, whatever the fuck. I mean, y'all ain't noticed that? I have. I had people call into my show 1,000 times and tell me to my face, Vic, that ain't true. Vic, I disagree with you. Vic,
And you know what? Those people don't become my enemies. I don't walk away from that show the next day and say, well, you know what? I'm gonna stalk the shit out of Classic Lights. I'm gonna stalk the shit out of Classic Lights because he disagreed with me. All right? I'm gonna stalk the shit out of Will because Will said that ain't true. Mayor's my enemy because he don't agree. You see, I told people 1,000 times, I come up here to make people laugh. I come up here to have fun. These motherfuckers are depressed. All right. And it's not my job to fix their fucking depression. You understand? They the ones miserable. I have fun when I come up here. I laugh and kick it. It's like Tommy. If Tommy's up here telling me that my neighborhood's dilapidated and I'm Detroit dusty, guess what? That shit don't put me in my feelings because I know it's not true. Okay? I don't have to prove the updates that they've done to the city. I don't have to go through all that because when I drive around, y'all see the updates to the city. Y'all see how they are upgrading the streets and tearing down all the abandoned houses around here and building new property and this, that, the other. I ain't got to explain that shit. For what? Okay. All right. The same so-called dilapidated area. One, two, three, four houses that have been sold in my dilapidated area. But you get my point though. Like Tommy will catch an attitude just because I said some shit about him on True Freeman show. All right. Now if he want to take what I said on True Freeman show as golden, then that makes Tommy the dumbass. That means I trolled him and Tyra. That's called a 2-for-1. Okay? Because Tommy should have enough common sense to say, oh yeah, I know Vic trolling. He gaslighting this nigga. He keeping him going. Now, if anybody that want to take away, well, no, Vic VicDamoane is now a part of Truth Nation. All right, well, those are the people that don't have brain cells. All right, again, I don't waste my time with certain people. Okay, see me, I'm the nigga that personally don't give a fuck about what you say on your channel because it don't affect me. It don't affect my channel. You're not saying it on my shit. You saying it on yours. Tell a story however you want to tell it. Who am I to tell another man how he wanna, if he wanna twist shit, if he wanna make up shit, nigga, yeah, go right ahead, do it. All right. Now you want a bunch of yes men, you just want people to agree with you. Yeah, I can sit there and go, yep, I can do that. That ain't easy. But come to my show and see if you could do it. See, you won't do that. Nobody will do it. Nobody will come to my show and try to get me to do shit. They want me to do it on their show. They need it, right? They need the comedy reel on their show. See, I'm entertaining whether I'm on my channel or off of it. It's just a talent. It's just what I know how to do. It's simple. Come to me like second nature. Okay. All right. See, the truth is, I'm not no heavy follower of nobody. I follow my own moves. I gotta watch me before I watch you. Sorry, it's just that order. I gotta watch me before I watch you. And if you think I watch you before you watch me, then let the trolling begin. Then let the trolling begin. That's not cool. What? Did I tell you one thing and you want to believe something else? So then I pull a Labanya on you niggas. All right? I enjoy it. Just like Debo. I know that you don't like Tommy.
right? I know you don't like Tommy. So if I did a live stream and said Tommy was a great man, you would go to the exact opposite show and say, well, I can't believe how Vic Damone is kissing Tommy's ass. But if I go on True Freeman show and say, fuck Tommy, Tommy's a bitch ass nigga, this, that, the other, you'll come and start saying, hey, brother, how you doing? And see, that's strange to me. Because I've always felt like actions speak louder than words, but y'all like hearing the words. Y'all say, fuck the action. See, as the king of trolls, you know, I'm kind of like supposed to troll. So when people tell me not to troll, I look at them with a very confused look. Because if you know I came to you as the king of trolls, why would you say, hey, king of trolls, could you stop trolling? Now you trolling me. Ain't that a bitch? Now you trolling me in that very moment, in that instant. You say, hey, king of trolls, can you stop trolling? Are you going to pay me to stop trolling? If you know that's what I do? If you know I could take a big ass can of gas and throw it on a fire and make that bitch 10 times bigger, all right, and sit back and laugh at your motherfucking ass? Because I'll tell you the truth, but if you don't want the truth, I got no problem lying to you because you'll be motivated by the lie, which is weird. But, you know, whatever's clever, whatever floats your boat, okay? Whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you smile. Some people like hearing the lie because the lie makes them smile. So my theory on that is, fuck it, lie to them. Do you understand? You told them the truth. They called you a liar. Okay. Are you seriously going to let that be the narrative of you just constantly arguing back and forth? I say, flip the script. Go in and agree with everything he say and see what he do. Because you already tried. You already tried the truth. That didn't work. Oh, okay. Well, try a different approach. Go in there and say some old wild shit. When niggas say something wild to you, say something even wilder. Try that. You think that'll work? Hmm? Do you think that'll work? Have you ever tried it? People say, well, no. That's even Tommy, right? Tommy will say that I'm a liar. Okay? Vic is a known liar. Like this nigga ain't never told a lie before. Like he is the walking image of Jesus Christ. To for a man to just say that and try to focus on that, everybody should raise their eyebrow too. Like you never lie? Ever? Listen to what you just said. You just called yourself perfect man. That's why I gave Tommy the name YouTube Jesus, because he never lies. And I said to myself, you know, that's impossible, but who the fuck is going to sit there and argue that with him? Who is going to sit back and argue that with him? Do you see? Are you seriously going to go to Tommy's panel and try to argue that with him? Would you make back-to-back videos saying, well, yeah, you know, Tommy thinks he's right all the time? I mean, would you? Some people think it's okay to do. Me personally, yeah, I did it. Key word is past tense. I didn't continue to do it. And when I stopped doing it, motherfuckers want to encourage you or try to trigger you or try to get you to go back and forth with them when you already told these motherfuckers, hey man, I'm done with beefing with you. Just like I told True Freeman. True Freeman, I mean, y'all sat there, right? He talk about my wife, talk about all that other shit, but did you see how all that shit just bounce off me? Because you said it too many times. You've done it too many times. When you just repeat yourself over and over again, you don't realize it doesn't have any effect. You know, it's like, yeah, you say that shit trying to get a reaction out of me, but what happens when you don't? You didn't plan for that. You didn't plan for what if I do this and the person doesn't react because you bet the farm on this. You knew you were going to get a reaction, but you didn't. That's the purpose of being the king of trolls. All right.
Well, my earrings off, and I'm going to get a different earring of mine. A purse earring. And it's beautiful. It was in my backpack the whole time.
All right. Think about it. A conversation about my car that I've now had for going on 3 years. July will be 3 years I've had that car. That car shouldn't even be a subject for YouTube discussion, but they talk about my car like it's a Lamborghini. So I treat it as such. Do you feel what I'm saying? All right. They talk about the Honda like it was a part of the Fast and Furious series. Okay, like real talk. And for the past 3 years, okay, I've been maintaining that Honda. All right, yeah. Keyword is maintaining. All right, that motherfucker went through the winter, one of the coldest winters. All right, documented in temperatures. Man, look, temperatures went down to -5 out this bitch, man. -5. I was getting up in the morning. My car was frozen, solid. All right. And I needed no jump. All I had to do was turn that key. Okay. Okay. That's my whole purpose of a car. Turning the key and that girl start. And then I put that motherfucker in reverse and I throw that bitch in drive. I don't care what make it is. New school, old school. All right. I want an engine that's gonna last like an energizer battery in your motherfucking cable remote. Think about how many times you gotta switch the remote out in your battery. That's the life I want on my car. Okay? A lot of us don't even want to give up our cable boxes because we be to save some shit on a DVR. And when you switch the goddamn cable box out, all your shit on the DVR is erased. Okay? No, no. I've owned many cars in my lifetime. I just said to me, I prefer a smaller car over a bigger car. And the people that prefer bigger cars over smaller cars can't relate to me because I want a car that I get good gas mileage out of, not a car with a big ass front end. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't want bigger tires because bigger tires, larger front ends. All right. The larger the car, the bigger the repair bill. Do you understand? The tires that I put on my car are cheaper than the tires you would put on something that was a V8 or a truck. You see? And both of these vehicles do the exact same thing. They get on the freeway and go in one direction. We no matter what type of car we get, the speed limit is 70 miles an hour. So how can we really show our cars off? Seriously. I mean, like what do you do? The only thing you do with your car is you take off at the light. That's if you the person. That's if you the motherfucker in the front lane. That's all you doing. Okay, that's all you doing. I'm just being realistic. Okay, if you got a V8, it costs you possibly what anywhere between $80 and $150 to fill your tank from E, versus something that was a 4-cylinder, and you might put $40 in that and get farther with the 4-cylinder car than you do the V8. So that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. I don't know how other people look at it, but that's how I see it. I look at it, okay, if I put $40 of gas in a car versus $120 in gas in the car, you telling me that my gas is gonna run out faster in a bigger engine, than the smaller one? Well then shit, give me the smaller engine. Because we can only get on this freeway and do 70 miles an hour, regardless if we got a Lamborghini or a goddamn Pinto. All right. Oh, oh no, you think that's Mrs. Well, no. That's who you hear snoring. You didn't know she snored like a human? You didn't know that? That's called good living. Falling asleep on the live. Falling asleep on the live. Huh? You sleeping good? Sleeping good? I guess you are. So yeah, it's good to be jealous of a dog. A lot of people are jealous of my dog. All right. Guess you can't sleep that good. You know. I thought Wisdom was a cat man. He's not a dog man. Okay? Yeah, Wisdom. See, I'm a dog man. I'm a dog man. You said, what happened on True Freeman panel? Nothing. I did what I always do. I did the same thing this time that I did the last time. I think it's just, selective outrage. I think it's just selective outrage. Because when I called into his show last time and did that 9-hour live, nobody said shit. So if I do it today, Maybe it's a problem today, but it wasn't a problem the last time I did it. And I did everything in the last live I did in this one. So is there my question is, what's the difference? All right. And why is motherfuckers on my nuts telling me or trying to tell me what or trying to dictate my moves? You know they got me fucked up. I'm the king of trolls. You know they got me fucked up. If anybody got a problem with what I say, they should pull up over here, don't you think? When I go live and they think I said something wrong or this, that, the other, don't you think they should click the link when I drop the link on No DQ Night? You realize how many no, like the last show I did is called Another No DQ Night, right? When I did that show, the only people that called in was the motherfuckers that already rock with the Army of VicDamoane, and that is always the way it is. Okay, so I look at all the motherfuckers that talk about me as cowards because they talk about me from a distance, or you go to their platforms and they all want you to kiss their ass, this, that, the other, and the audience, like them people don't like people always think that like their audience is my audience, like, which is weird to me. Like, if you got an audience already and I come over there, why do you think my people over there? Like, I don't give a fuck about your audience. I don't give a fuck about your crowd. As soon as I walk into the arena, I'm at an away game. Do motherfuckers know what the away game is? When I go into another platform, I'm not look. I don't go live and then go to somebody else's shit. So who the fuck are y'all talking to? You talking to the people that already rock with you. You feel me? Shit. Your boy Victor Moan say and do whatever the fuck he want to do on these motherfuckers, and they and look, niggas are still trying to dictate what I should and shouldn't do, but they ain't paying me. What niggas should be saying is, I can't believe Victor Moan did that after I paid him. I can't believe Victor Moan did such and such and so and so after I dropped this X amount of dollars in his PayPal. You follow me? Give a fuck about what niggas think. They can all kiss my ass because they wasn't at the show. They didn't come to the DJ show. They didn't come to they did not come and support Vic Damone at all. All right? They don't show any love to Vic Damone. They don't come and rock with Vic Damone on what Vic Damone does on YouTube and brag about his goddamn talent. No, you ever notice when I go to people's shows, they always want to talk about their goddamn talent, what they're good at. I don't want to hear that shit. If I can't brag on my talent, then it's fuck your talent too. Because if you saying fuck my talent, and see, we live in a world where YouTube is updated. Do you understand? Do you see any of these motherfuckers sharing Vic Damone's stream? Yes or no? Every time somebody would share my shit, I get a notification of the individual that then shared my shit. Any of the motherfuckers that you see talking shit about me, do you see them sharing my shit on their channel when I go live? We speaking facts or no? The motherfuckers that say, well, Vic, you need to go to this show. Vic, you need to go to that show. Do you see any of these people sharing my live when I go live? Yes or no? Rico don't wanna answer the question, do you, Rico? And you sub to both channels. And you know as well as I do, if a motherfucker really rock with you, they would share your shit, wouldn't they?
Look at Rico. What? Action over words, my nigga. Cause my community section be popping. Hell, Gotti be sharing people's shit. I see Gotti be sharing the fuck out of people's shit. Jazzy share people's shit. What? There's a share button on YouTube, and you know what it is when somebody hit it? Well, yeah, yeah. I didn't know you knew about that, VicDamoane. You. So, if any of the people calling for me have donated to me or have paid me or this, that, the other, you let me know, Rico. You let me know. Because I only move when I want to move. VicDamoane is established. I don't operate off nobody else's dime, especially when I go live, dog. When I go live, it's my show now. It's my turn now. You know what I'm saying? It's my go. Okay? Don't notice me when I'm live. Okay? All right, because I only hit this bitch for an hour. Don't notice me when it just concerns you. All right? Because that to me is a little disrespectful. It's probably the one that's breathing hard. What do you mean, wow? What do you mean, wow? I don't get what you wowing. What did you think? I was a lackey. I was some type of weak ass nigga that just followed behind anybody. I'm not upset. I'm stating facts. Okay. I have a group of people that rock with me, and I have a group of people that don't. Okay. I'm not coming at Rico. Rico brought up L.A. and why don't go on this show, that show, this show, that show. All right. I'm stating facts. Okay. When I did that DJ show on the 4th of July, and I dragged all that equipment outdoors and did my show outside. All right, what was the black sector doing? Yeah, it's whatever, man. All right, y'all want me to go on LA show? You'll pay me just like you pay him to talk to Styles. Is that simple enough? But I'm gonna need more than $15, dog. I'm not cheap like that. I'm gonna need more. I don't believe in that $15, $5, $3, $2 shit. All right, ain't nothing around me $5 and $10. I can't do nothing for y'all for $5 and $10. The wrenches started 20. The wrenches started 20. So all that, $5, $10. Y'all wasting y'all time. Don't even donate. Okay. I make money without going back and forth with LA. So why would I start my money? Now, okay, what part of Styles is my nigga and I fucks with Styles? Is it hard for y'all to grasp if y'all don't like Styles? Because at the end of the day, this ain't even about me. It's about my affiliation
with Nut War Television. That's what this is about. This ain't got shit to do with me. Number one. Now, whether you knew it or not, it has been revealed to all of you that me and Styles been kicking it behind the scenes for years. What else is there to talk about? Is my question. Once me and Styles then laid it all on the table, what else is there to say? Is my question. What are we talking about? What are we questioning? You don't even know now. If I say to y'all, okay, me and Styles was doing live shows. All right, me and Styles was doing live shows on Blog Talk Radio. When LA walked away from TRS, and I kept going. Who was calling in? It was Styles. It wasn't LA. Then after that, even when I got with LA and Real Game Radio, nigga, I was still cool with Styles. The only thing me and Styles used to go back and forth on was the Bible. That's it. That's all me and this nigga used to do. Back in the day, all we did was go back and forth on the Bible. All right? I never talked about this nigga's girl. I never talked about his motherfucking health condition. I never did, and he ain't never did that shit to me. We did some old bullshit where I think I showed this nigga my cable box. I did some shit like, but we never did nothing that was on some serious shit. Couple of freestyle disses. That was it. Name calling, little bullshit. Okay, like one time I called that nigga because I think he said something about witchcraft and I was dragging him. I was calling him a kitchen witch. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, me and this nigga hell started to agree on certain things more than what we disagreed on. So how the fuck am I supposed to have a discussion about this in 2021 and me and this nigga been kicking it for years? Stop it, man. All right. I ain't talking about like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, 6 year, 7 year, 8 years I've been up here. I've been knowing this nigga. Come on, man. I've been knowing Styles ever since Blog Talk Radio. That was before we went hard body on YouTube. What else would you like to know? What else would you like to know? Okay? Okay? So again, y'all, I feel that it's extremely stupid for me to get into this back and forth with who I'm cool with and motherfuckers, that fall out, they got nothing to do with me and they want to put me in the middle. I ain't in the middle of the shit. Okay? I ain't in the middle of shit. All right? The facts of the matter is this. I told LA, hey man, we got an opportunity to do some new shit and get off into this other shit. And he said no. All right. The end. The rest of it is history. What else is there to talk about with that shit? Like real talk. What else would y'all like to know? It's nothing else to that. Me and True Freeman got into it. I went on Instagram. Me, I was networking all by myself. Was I not? Okay. Was I not the one running around trying to meet new people? Who else was over here doing that? Was Tommy doing it? Was LA doing it? Who else was over here trying to meet new people? Who? Because motherfuckers, want to be selective and shit. Okay? Tommy didn't meet Jazzy before I introduced her. I mean, y'all ain't paid attention that when I share a video, the whole black sector goes on notice. Both goddamn sides. Man, stop it. You feel me? I just put it like this, man. All right, these motherfuckers call my name because they know I'm the guy that's gonna bring excitement to their shit. All right, I'm the one that's gonna make the show interesting. So that should tell you who's doing what. Because if I wasn't there, the show would have went a whole different way. Plain and simple. All right, these niggas can't even operate on their own show. All right, always calling me. And back in the day, I used to be helpful. I used to be the guy that you would call and I would come and help you with your show. But see, motherfuckers are ungrateful. Do you understand? And I can't deal with that. I can't deal with these ungrateful motherfuckers. All right, it's your show, it's your platform, but you need me to call in and so that way the show will pop off. It's like I went on True Freeman show. The reason why that show went that long because I was there to keep the show going. Take me away, that show wouldn't have went that way. Eliminate me from the equation, that show wouldn't have went that way. When I call in the ZX show, what he do? He get excited. Remember the show he was dying off? He was born and he was as soon as he saw me in the back chat, his eyes lit the fuck up. Did yes or no? His eyes lit the fuck up. All right. The next day, he makes a video to me in the goddamn bathroom. Hey Vic, check me out. Check out my beard. Hey ZX, check out my beard. I cut the motherfucker off. Feels so relaxing. Okay? All right. All right. Oh Lord. So I gotta watch it on your shit. God. You said it's on there. You know what? I am so out of touch with what's on that box. I have no clue what's on that box. That's a damn shame. Because the only thing I know about what's on this box is USA Network. And I only check the box on Monday and Friday. I'm only looking for one thing on television. It's the only thing I need to keep up with. Because they are going to have a new show no matter what. It's never a rerun. Ever. Okay, the other TV shows to me are disappointing. There's only one TV show that is consistent, like the soap operas, but soap operas have died off, and this motherfucking TV show keeps going. Y'all can hate on it all you want, but yo, look, all the TV shows that y'all watch have a season finale. Yo, television shows die, while my TV show never dies. God damn it! I remember my wife. My wife is a big ass Twilight Zone fan. She's a huge Twilight Zone fan, and every New Year's they show the Twilight Zone marathon. I think on the Sci-Fi Network, is it? Now at this time, the WWE had a contract with the Sci-Fi Network, and on this particular New Year's Eve, just so happened to fall on a Friday night. All right, my wife been watching the sci-fi marathon for years, and she ain't no damn wrestling fan. My wife don't like wrestling at all. All right, she just tolerated it when she was my girlfriend. You know, she put on that fake ass smile and shit. She's sitting right here, oh wait, laughing. Okay, but she trying to argue with me back and forth, talking about wrestling ain't coming on tonight because it's the Twilight Zone marathon and they ain't never did no. But I said, listen, nothing is going to stop Vince McMahon. So I said, this is what's going to happen. Your marathon is going to run at 8 o'clock. Vince is going to come in there and take over, and then he's going to give you back your Twilight Zone marathon. Okay, at 10 o'clock, you can continue watching your Twilight Zone. So she's sitting there watching. And at 7:59, she saw the commercial for SmackDown. She was I said, oh, excuse me. Yeah, this is me, right? Yeah. I told you Vince was coming. All right, Vince will never disappoint his fans. Fuck that. Okay, he gonna make a way. All right, you ain't got to worry about next year because Friday Night SmackDown will be on a different day. But today, Vince take over everything when it comes to TV. Okay, y'all motherfuckers ain't even wrestling fans, but y'all see a wrestler in your favorite movie. Okay, like if you was a motherfucking fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, right? And you follow that comic shit, who was in that motherfucker? Batista. All right, that's a goddamn wrestler. And he was in what was that? The Man with the Iron Fist. He was in that shit too. Okay. Hell, the Undertaker was in some goddamn movies. Low key. Whole bunch of wrestlers. Triple H was in Blade 3. You feel me? And that motherfucker played a damn good role in Blade 3. You know Triple H was the shit in Blade 3. Now I ain't seen the movie that Roman Reigns was in, but whatever that movie was, when that motherfucker came back to wrestling, he could act his ass off. Hey, you know, hey look, hey look, whatever they do in Hollywood, they did it to that nigga. Like you know how to rock, right? The Rock was in wrestling. That nigga went to Hollywood, and then when he came back to wrestling, he was the shit. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was the same thing. Hulk Hogan was in wrestling. He was the big name in wrestling. But when that nigga started doing movies, when he created the NWO, nigga, they say that shit to this day. And you could look, that motherfucker, they created that shit. They created the whole concept of the NWO, the New World Order. Motherfuckers had New World Order shirts. You weren't even a wrestling fan and you had that damn shirt. All right, you wasn't even a wrestling fan. Oh man, yeah, that's that Hulk Hogan shirt. Yeah, man, that motherfucker. Okay, right. Niggas didn't know who the fuck Stone Cold. You ain't watch wrestling, but you knew who that motherfucker was. I don't know. Look, I don't watch wrestling, but I know Stone Cold. See now, I'm a motherfucker that don't watch sports. I can't name no athletes. Like he got to be. It's like LeBron James is a standout athlete. Snowflake. I mean, baby, quiet. You understand? Like LeBron James is a standout athlete, but like, can you name the second string of LeBron James? You know, can you name the niggas on the bench? You see, you got to be a sports nut. You got to be really into sports to know some shit like that. Like everybody know Tom Brady, but can you name the motherfuckers on the offensive line that's protecting Tom Brady? Because without them, he can't throw that goddamn ball. You follow me? It's the same thing in wrestling. It's the same thing in wrestling. It's like if motherfucking Hulk Hogan is Tom Brady, it's up to the motherfuckers around him. It's up to the offensive line to give Tom Brady time to throw that ball and make that touchdown. So who is Hulk Hogan? Who's gonna make Hulk Hogan look even bigger than what he is? He can't be fighting no name nigga. He gotta fight big names like Roddy Piper and put this nigga in the ring with Andre the Giant and have him beat Andre the Giant. Yeah. Because Andre the Giant ain't never been beat before. Back then, a lot of people don't know that. Do you realize Andre the Giant was undefeated in wrestling for like 8 years? That's why he was known as the eighth wonder of the world. If you look that up, that's crazy, right? Imagine one wrestler going undefeated for 8 years. Look, I don't know how the fuck you pull that off. Like Mike Tyson couldn't even sell tickets like that. Like you can't even do that with you can't even do that with real boxing.
Oh no, I haven't seen it, but I can look. I'll look for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Uh huh. Bye bye.
Uh,
Someone was calling me.
Get your spot.
all right. Yeah, he went and Bruno San Martino as the WWE champion. This nigga went undefeated for like 13 years. Well, it's all scripted, but just think about this, Tim. Why would you constantly pay to see the same ending to a match, regardless if the motherfucker is fake or real? The reason why
people got tired of the Tyson fights because you knew that Tyson was gonna knock the motherfucker out. Like at a certain point, you were watching Mike Tyson for the excitement. But once he became the champion and he just started constantly beating everybody, you would not pay to go to a Tyson fight. You would not spend $5,000 on that front row ticket because you know you only gonna be in that seat for 5 minutes. Do you understand? Now, in the real fighting world, you could not get normal, common people to do something like that. But in wrestling, he was able to do it. He was able to say, I was able to make this event where this guy wins a match for 8 years straight and people come back to see it. But you can't do that in real fighting. Do you understand what I mean? If I'm a promoter and you a promoter, you promoting the real fight, I'm promoting the fake fight. All right? I got Andre the Giant, you got Mike Tyson. Do you understand, Tim? You would think common sense, people want to see the real fight versus the fake fight. But the crowd is coming to the fake fight versus the real fight. Now, who would have thought that? But that's what they're doing. Do you understand? It's like you got Mike Tyson. He is really going to connect this left hand to a dude's face, punch him, and knock his ass. All right, look, and knock his ass clean out. You got the real fight, Tim. But in my place, he's not going to punch him for real. He's just going to do this. He's just going to do this to. She going to take a couple, get up. Okay? But niggas is telling you, Tim, we tired of seeing Mike Tyson knock niggas out. But wait a minute, you just went over the Vic shit and he had Andre the Giant fake punching a nigga and fake won. Well, we like that, Tim. We like to see the fake punches versus the real ones. What do you do then, Tim? What the fuck do you do when the crowd tell you they like the fake punches over the real ones? What do you do then? Do you see? It's all based in the crowd. You can't tell me when you was growing up, you didn't see the impact that wrestling had in the 80s, Tim. Think about it. Think about wrestling in the 80s. You realize how big that shit was? What year is this? That wrestling never fell off from the element of the 80s? And that was the goddamn Hulk Hogan era. Okay? You remember the ice cream bars, Tim? Yes or no? You remember the wrestling ice cream bars? Them motherfuckers was good as hell. Okay? Right. Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, motherfucking Coco Beware, Jimmy Superfly Snooker, motherfucking the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. This motherfucker running around New York giving people $100 real money. Okay? Right, Miss Elizabeth, goddamn it.
All right. Right. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Motherfucker walk around with a 2x4 saying, oh, goddamn. All right. Jake the Snake Roberts, bitch. This motherfucker come out there with a goddamn boa constrictor. Throwing big ass snakes on people. Okay? Right. He was the inventor of a DDT. And the thing is, look, can anybody look, this is the thing. The move is called a DDT, right? But those initials don't stand for shit. But somehow no matter who does that move, it's called the DDT. But normally abbreviations stand for something. You know, basically putting your head in the headlock and slamming it to the goddamn ground is known as a DDT, but there is no meaning to that move. And who did it? Jake the Snake Roberts. Okay? There's no, look, if you look up DDT, it's just gonna show you Jake the Snake hitting that motherfucker. Boom, DDT. All right. But when Million Dollar Man started going around New York and getting out of his limousine and passing out $100 bills, all right, that's when wrestling was really popping off, Tim. You can't say back then, hell, you was even watching that because look, shit like that made the news. It's a wrestler by the name of the Million Dollar Man. He's in Times Square right now giving out $100 bills. We want to take it to you, Jim, on the street. Good evening. Yes, we're out here on the street, and this is the Million Dollar Man, Ted DiBiase. We'd like to interview you, and you're giving out $100 bills. All right, Million Dollar Man over there geeking that shit up, right? He geeking that shit up, talking about everybody has a price, laughing and shit. And remember, Virgil was the black servant of the Million Dollar Man. All right, who remembers that? That Virgil was the bald head black servant of the white Million Dollar Man. Okay? And remember how that motherfucker used to hold the shit out of Virgil? All right? See, that was racism in the 80s, elevated. Okay? If Vince wasn't trying to start a war between blacks and whites, then he would flip it with taking Sergeant Slaughter and making Sergeant Slaughter a goddamn turncoat to America, having him walk out waving the flag to Iraq and Kuwait when we were in the middle of a war with Iraq and Kuwait. Do you see what I'm saying? And there are interviews where Sergeant Slaughter said in that day, he said he was receiving death threats to his house. He said he couldn't go into a restaurant without people looking at him sideways. That he was glad that that stunt was over with. You see what I'm saying? Because he caught heat in his real life over that shit. And Virgil like caught the same heat because like Virgil was like he was a wrestler, but he was treated, like a slave on the show. And the thing is, people thought that was the $1 Million Man's doing, but it wasn't. This was all scripted. This is how it was approved by Vince McMahon, right? Vince was the one behind all this. But check this out. When we were in the 80s, we didn't know that Vince McMahon owned wrestling. We thought it was a motherfucker by the name of Jack Tunney. So when you would see all this shit happening with wrestling, your complaints went to Jack Tunney, this fall guy, this actor that Vince had hired and told people that he was the president of goddamn wrestling. Who remembers this? He had this actor taking all the heat for what he was doing on wrestling. When it came to the racist shit, when it came to the goddamn patriotic, the disrespect to all the fucking soldiers of America, he had this actor taking all the heat. Remember, anything that happened on wrestling was whose fault? It was Jack Tunney. Jack Tunney was a paid fucking actor, bro. He was never the president of wrestling. He was a paid actor to come on TV and tell everybody, hi, I'm the president of the WWF. As Jack Tunney president, I say that Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, and you see what I'm saying? All right, it was the greatest stunt ever pulled on the history of television. This is before the internet was invented. It was the greatest fucking stunt ever. And the motherfucker that outed the whistleblower was Bret the Hitman Hart. That's who ended up outing Vince, because if Bret the Hitman Hart didn't punch Vince in the face, he would still probably have Jack Tunney as the president. We still be calling Jack Tunney the owner of wrestling.
Man, I'm going crazy on this.
You feel me?
I'm so crazy on this for some reason.
But Bret Hart and Vince McMahon had a contract, and like this was in the 90s, and Vince McMahon broke the contract with Bret the Hitman Hart and fucked them over live on like one of the pay-per-views. Like they were doing a pay-per-view. And it's like in business. Any one of y'all that's in business, if we have a contract, right? And we're talking about on the level of television and social media. I say, well, Tony Tony is gonna come on my show and he's gonna tell his life story, right? And as soon as I bring Tony on the show, I don't let him tell his life story. I embarrass him on the show and try to humiliate him on the show and do all this fuck shit to him on the show. So is it wrong for Tony at this moment to punch me in my face because I just set him up on live television? Do you understand? This has nothing to do with the show in general. Tony knows that I just fucked him out of his money. I just fucked him out of his deal live on television. Is it wrong to say that Tony gets up and punches me in my face because I just fucked him out of his money? I just fucked him. We live on, and look, this was the 90s. So television was everything. What happened on TV, nigga, was like, we didn't have no DVRs back then. All we had was VCRs and VHS tapes. We could record some shit if we had a VCR. But what happened on television, man, television was the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, Bret the Hitman Hart was supposed to win a match in his hometown because they was in Canada, right? He was supposed to win the match, okay?
And instead of him, they look now. You can look now. Just imagine this, Tim. Now you an actor, right? You the motherfucker. This your last day on the job. Your contract says, Tim, that you are supposed to win this match in front of 30,000 people. You supposed to walk out the winner of this match in your contract with these 30,000 people. Okay? And also in this contract, it says after you win this match in front of 30,000 people on a Sunday, on Monday, you're going to come in and give your farewell speech to the WWE. This is all in your contract. Okay? You're going to win the match on Sunday. And then on Monday, you're going to come out there as the champion and you're going to say, well, I'm Tim. I'm Tim Goodwin, man. It was great being here, doing my thing for y'all. I love y'all. I got to go. My contract's up, and I'm relinquishing the title. I'm leaving as the champ. I love y'all. Goodbye. This is what your contract says, right, Timothy? It's detailed. This is what's supposed to happen. I'm Vince, right? I sit there, I'm like, okay, Tim, I got you, bro. That's exactly what's going to happen. Me and you agree. That's exactly what's going to happen. Okay, Tim, it's showtime, right? Now, everybody knows, Tim, that you're a paid actor. I'm the guy that's the manager. I'm not going to make you look bad on TV, Tim. No, you're the good guy. You're the good guy wrestler. You're gonna be on top. Go out on top. Tim's name will be in lights. You will remember the guy on top. And then look, Tim, everybody still believes Jack Tunney is the president, right? They don't know me and you talking behind the scenes on the back end. So as soon as the match starts, Tim, look, a motherfucker don't even pin you, Tim. Look. You in the ring, you in this motherfucker, you sweating and shit, Tim. You watch wrestling with me. You be seeing, like, them niggas be exhausted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, Tim, you in this motherfucker, jumping off of shit, doing your shit, right, Tim? And then a motherfucker don't even pin you, Tim. A motherfucker don't even pin you. The referee all of a sudden ring the bell, say that you lost, and give the belt to your opponent. Live on air. Live on air. Just like that, Tim. National TV. We didn't have no rewind button, Tim. It's like you see it, but you can't pause it and rewind it unless you was recording on VHS. But you just got fucked over, Tim. You put on them tights. You came to work on your last day, Tim. You came to work on your last day. Right? They played your music as you walked down. You came all down there doing your part, Tim. You get in that ring and Vince just embarrassed you in front of 15,000 people, Tim. And guess what? The 15,000 people, they don't know about the contract. They just saw you get embarrassed. They just saw you get holed. Right? Now, in fairness, what happened, as soon as the people in real time actually saw that shit, nigga, they started throwing trash. 15,000 people started throwing trash in the ring. Real talk. It was like a riot in that bitch. Because they was in Canada. This wasn't no American shit, Tim. This motherfucker fucked over Bret Hart in his home country of Canada. Now, it's bad enough that Vince was allowed to come into Canada. He's an American. But you just played Bret Hart in his hometown in Canada. So now, look, Bret then came clean out of character. You understand? It's not even about no acting no more. It's not about no acting no more. It ain't even look. At this moment, Brett then like blacked out. You feel me, Tim? Brett then blacked out. Brett slides out the ring. He don't say nothing, Tim. He don't say nothing. Vince McMahon, as far as we knew, that nigga was an announcer next to Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. He was sitting in the middle. He was sitting in the middle. Brett slid out the ring. He didn't say nothing. He walked straight up to the announcer table. He looking Vince dead in the eye. He ain't, his lips ain't even moving, Tim. He looking him dead in the eye. Standing there in front of him like this. So at a certain point, now the show is over, but the cameras are still rolling. The show is over. When Vince stand up, and when he looked like he was about to say something, Brett hit this nigga dead in his eye. All force. Wow! Look. Okay? Caught him dead in his face. Now, from Sunday to Monday, right? Because the pay-per-views, if you pay attention, are always on a Sunday, and then they have the show on Monday. When Monday came around, Vince McMahon's eye was like this, bro. He was swole the fuck up. And now Vince had to explain to people why Bret the Hitman Hart punched him. And this is when it all came out that he was the actual owner of wrestling. Because Bret the Hitman Hart ended up on Ted Turner's brand, WCW. And when he went to WCW, he told everything that Vince did to him anyway. You understand? So Vince had to come clean and say, hey, man, okay, look, y'all already know this is staged, so let me just let y'all in on a little secret. I'm the owner. These motherfuckers work for me. Yes. And he had a silent partner by the name of Donald Trump. Donald Trump, all right, has always been a wrestling fan. So Donald be helping Vince out a lot. All right? He's been with Vince for well over 30 years on some low-key shit. All right? Real talk. Real talk. So, as a kid, growing up, I wasn't intrigued with the fake part of wrestling. I became more intrigued with the real part of wrestling. The fact that these guys are actors, right? And, you know, sometimes people would forget that these people are people in real life. Like I don't know if y'all ever seen the story of Chris Jericho. When a fan ran up on Chris Jericho and he ended up whooping that fan's ass because he told the fan, he said, hey man, don't walk up on my car. And he kept walking up on him. All right. Austin Aries was another one. Austin Aries, a wrestler, beat the dog shit out of a fan. Okay. Okay. And let's not sleep on my man Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley went from wrestling to an MMA fighter back to wrestling. Okay. Well, listen. Hey, look, man. Take the words of a dead man. I believe Ultimate Warrior told the truth on all them niggas.
All right. I believe Ultimate Warrior told the truth on all them niggas. You feel me? Before he died, hey, look, Ultimate Warrior gave his testimony before he died. Okay? And I take his word for gold on everything he said. Okay? Because the shit made sense. It's two sides of a story. And Vince was already attacking the Ultimate Warrior before he even opened his mouth and defended himself. So when he finally came out and told his side of the story, I had to take his side versus Vince's side because his side made more sense. His side made more sense. His side didn't get DVD promotion. It didn't get a million copies sold. Ultimate Warrior came up on YouTube and aired all them niggas out. All right, so man, that was some real, as True Freeman would say, that was some real G shit. All right, because Ultimate Warrior came up on YouTube and blasted them niggas, no filter. No filter. He look, no contract. I mean, how could you deny that? Ultimate Warrior went live in his house, okay, and cooked that nigga like you see us be roasted. Like you see how content creators be calling niggas out on this bitch. That's what he did. All right. Okay. He was talking about the fact that these niggas was drinking this shit called juvie juice that was leading wrestlers into suicide. He snitched on Hulk Hogan on how this motherfucker was heavy into cocaine and I mean, come on, dog. I mean, could we honestly say that that's untrue, knowing how big cocaine was in the 80s? All right, knowing that motherfucking Jake the Snake Roberts was a fucking drug addict, nigga. He was remember when it finally came out, Jake the Snake was a big drug addict. Jake the Snake was a big drug addict, and they said that Ultimate Warrior was giving reference to that juvie juice and the suicide rate of the wrestlers that was killing themselves because they was drinking that shit. They would drink so much of it that it would lead them to hallucinating and suicidal thoughts. You feel me? Like that's the side effect of that shit. And they sell juvie juice to this day. They sell that shit. They sell it to the vegans. You feel me? But in the 80s, motherfuckers was drinking that shit like Gatorade. All right? And Hulk Hulk from the Road Wars, he eventually did kill himself. But there was one point in time where people thought that they were acting and he was really trying to kill himself on a wrestling taping. The nigga climbed up on top. They were like having a wrestling match in the middle of the ring, and Hawk was in the back, and this motherfucker have a panic attack or some shit. And he climbs on top of the rafters, talking about he finna jump. So they trying to hurry up and put, them things that the wrestlers when they jump, the shit the padding that breaks they fall. You follow me? That board, but it's got a whole bunch of foam under it. So if he fall on it, he'll fall and you'll hear the breaking sound, but he ain't gonna really actually hurt himself. You follow me? Because it's foam underneath, that shit. So as he's on the top, right? Talk about he's fitting to jump. The crew is at the bottom setting up like, no, nigga, you ain't. And as they're setting up, he's steady trying to do this. He's trying to move and find a place to jump away from them because they was, Vince got like 50, 100 motherfucking workers in the back. Like, you ain't about to kill yourself on my watch. No. Even Owen Hart, they tried to say Owen Hart committed suicide. Man, stop it. If that's true, hey, that shit. All right, nobody wants to believe that he wanted to kill himself, but it's a possibility. Drinking that fucking shit. All right, being at them elevated heights and shit, that motherfucker could have been hallucinating. He had a mask on. Nobody checked his motherfucking well-being before he climbed up top of that bitch. Okay, he could have got up there and seeing his father or some shit. He saw ancient relatives or something. Okay,
What the back door? Oh, I think it's
I'm telling you what the Ultimate Warrior said. Fuck Vince Russo, nigga. Ultimate Warrior, he go back before Vince Russo. He go back before all that. The shit that the Ultimate Warrior, you had to see the shit, bro. You had to watch that shit and see how the Ultimate Warrior broke all them niggas down. You had to see it, dog, because the Ultimate Warrior broke all them niggas down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Hawk situation, the motherfucking the divorce between Randy Savage and motherfucking Elizabeth. The fact that according to Ultimate Warrior, he said that Hogan and his wife had a goddamn open marriage, nigga. Like y'all gotta go watch that shit, man. Warrior went in, bro. Like I said, y'all have no idea. All right, y'all have no idea. Okay. He even called out the fact that he sued Vince McMahon for putting out that DVD, and they had motherfucking Hogan jammed up over that rise and fall of the Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior sued Vince McMahon like the Ultimate Warrior was never a like a dumb person.
no. Let's go.
I mean, the thing that made it so interesting, Joy Queen, the thing that made it so interesting is the Ultimate Warrior was a wrestler at that time that was on the road to being bigger than Hulk Hogan. And all of a sudden, he just disappeared. There was no more Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, let's keep walking.
Vince brought him back, but it was never the same.
Because everyone wants secret ending first.
Do you feel me? It's like he pulled, or excuse me, he fired the Ultimate Warrior at the height of his career. And no other wrestler had impact like that with the exception of Goldberg.
Oh, I know.
Like before that Goldberg era,
Oh,
it was about the Ultimate Warrior. Like if you go and Google, okay, if you go and Google Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior in the Royal Rumble, and you see the reaction of that, because that was the first time ever where two good guys, so-called good guys, were in a position where they had to fight each other, because wrestling was always about the good guys versus the bad guys, but never a good guy versus a good guy or a bad guy versus a bad guy. It was always about good guy, yay, bad guy, boo. You see? So now you have this position where a good guy is fighting a good guy. And it's like the crowd don't know who to cheer for.
we might need to go to the pool because I just saw the word.
All right, the crowd don't know who to fucking cheer for. Now, look, now everybody's brain just said, oh shit, what do I do? Look, I don't want to boo Hulk Hogan, but then I don't want to boo the Ultimate Warrior. Damn, I'm fucked up now. This happens on YouTube all the time. You pay attention, Joy Queen. Pay attention. It happens on YouTube. Like, oh my God, both of the good guys are fighting.
Right, for teenagers.
Get him, Warrior. No, get him, Hogan. You look a total confusion. So you had the match between Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior. At the time, the Ultimate Warrior was the Intercontinental Champion. Hulk Hogan was the World Heavyweight Champion. So was that SummerSlam? I think it was I think it was either SummerSlam or WrestleMania. It was one of them. But they had a match where they put both belts up, and the winner would walk away with both titles. So at the end of that match, the winner was the Ultimate Warrior. This was supposed to catapult this motherfucker into outer space. He then took the World Heavyweight title from Hulk Hogan. He has now both motherfucking titles. He is still the only wrestler in history to be the Intercontinental Champion and the World Heavyweight Champion. He's the only motherfucker to do that shit. So out of nowhere, Vince just fires this nigga. You feel me? Like bitch, you fired. Okay? Okay? You come, look, you started to watch wrestling and you just notice, like, it's been about 3 weeks and we don't see no Ultimate Warrior. Then weeks turn into months. Damn. Maybe that nigga hurt. Months go into years. And by the time he brought the Ultimate Warrior back, the Ultimate Warrior was unrecognizable. He had gotten skinny. His hair was long. He didn't look like the same individual. You feel me? So most people that saw that, they was like, oh no, that's not the Ultimate Warrior. That's not the Ultimate Warrior. Even though it was, you feel me? It was like, oh no. Well, yeah, he wasn't doing the steroids no more. So he didn't have those bulging, huge muscles that motherfucker had, all right, in his heyday when he was getting high. Because low-key, I mean, they was all doing some form of steroids. They was all pushing that. He's not an exception to the rule. You feel me? But the whole thing about the Ultimate Warrior, what he was saying was Vince was a dirty motherfucker. And, like, he ain't the only wrestler that said that shit about Vince McMahon. All right? Low-key, Kurt Angle said the same shit. Kurt Angle said it. When Triple H ended up marrying Stephanie McMahon, think about all the motherfucking wrestlers that said, Triple H, he ended up turning up to be a motherfucking asshole. He's like, he ain't look out for none of us. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? CM Punk was another one. He was like, yo, when Triple H, he was one of the boys. He was one of us. And when he got into that position of power, it was like, fuck us. And we thought, and look, he did the same thing to, what's his name? Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash. He did the same thing to Kevin Nash. Remember Kevin Nash was like, damn, I thought, that you was going to give me a piece at least, nigga. You bring me over here. I can't be in the main event. What are you? Why am I even over here? You ain't going to put me in a storyline? I'm fucking Kevin Nash. What the fuck? I got to wait? You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. The Road Dogg became a goddamn yes man. Look, certain motherfuckers kept their job. All right? You see how JBL kept his motherfucking job? You see how JBL kept his job? You know who else kept their job? The Undertaker. All right, that motherfucker just retired because the doctor told his dumb ass that if he get his ass back in the ring, he gonna die right there in the ring. If he get his old ass back in there, he's gonna die in the ring. Okay? You might see Ric Flair carry his old ass to the ring and walk. Keyword is walk. But you don't see him putting on no tights trying to put niggas in the figure four leg lock, do you? Okay? You could give the Undertaker like that motherfucker deserve an Oscar. You know, like the actors in wrestling, these motherfuckers deserve awards. Okay? Yeah, he married Michelle McCool, but bro, go look at that documentary that they got about the Undertaker and what that nigga be going through in real life just because of his love for the business. Like, you know, like people could love their job so much that like they'll work themselves into the grave. You ever hear that saying? Like motherfuckers will work their job so much that they end up killing themselves because of the work they do. And wrestling is physical, right? Everybody that's a wrestler ends up, you know, with their body fucked up. They talk about surgery. They had to have back surgeries, leg surgeries, you know, they motherfucking tearing muscles in their leg, they tricep. Some motherfuckers is paralyzed. Hell, the kids that watch. Remember the kids that was watching this shit. Remember that one little boy that killed that little girl because he tried to be like the Undertaker and hit that little girl with a tombstone pile driver and broke her neck. Who remembers that shit? That little boy that killed that little girl with that wrestling move. It's a black kid too. He hit that little girl with a tombstone pile driver and broke her neck. All right. Well, I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but that's just one example. You know, and that's just one example out of many people that have been injured, including the wrestlers themselves. The stunts that they pull injure themselves. You feel me? So the Undertaker was a nigga that was going through all those surgeries, but he never told anybody. Okay? And I kind of felt bad because I didn't know he was that fucked up. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like in some cases, you know, you will feel sad because like this motherfucker, like Michelle McCool was like at this nigga's hospital bed, right? She was at this nigga's hospital bed in tears, asking him, begging him to stop wrestling. They had enough money. He don't have to do it no more. But the thing is, in his mind, he felt like, well, you know, if I'm still living, I'm still breathing. You know, if I can get back in the ring one more time, I'll get out there and, you know, do it. So I try to keep my body in shape. This motherfucker spending all types of money for surgery and therapy and just millions of dollars just so he could do WrestleMania. Just so he could go out there for 20 minutes and be the Undertaker. 365 days out the year. Fuck, you know, he ain't got to go out there every night. But when he got to his older stages, right? You know, a motherfucker
They're 6'11", 320 pounds, jumping from the top rope to hit you with a clothesline. You know, after you do this for about 1,000 times, you know, eventually your legs are gonna be fucked up. Can anybody relate to that? You jumping from the top rope, right, to hit a nigga with a clothesline. Every time you land, either you land on your knee or on your feet. Most of the times, if you hit that motherfucker, you landed on your knees, then your feet. But all of that friction is hitting you in like your lower body, your knees and your legs. You're not bending your body or not using your body in the way it's supposed to be used. Like if you're a basketball player, you don't use your fucking knees on the court. You don't grab the ball with your knees. You see? So this motherfucker didn't, man, look, Undertaker had so many goddamn injuries. I felt bad, bro. I just felt bad. I said, damn, dog, I didn't know you was fucked up like this. The fuck is you doing? We up here cheering and shit, and this motherfucker about to die. Look. All right. Do you know the match I think he had with Shane McMahon? I think, look, it was either with Shane McMahon or Triple H. The nigga did his usual thing. He walked up the ramp. You know, music playing. This nigga got his back to the camera and shit, looking all serious. He lift his hand up, the lightning thing strike. He still got the serious look in his face. As soon as this nigga get behind the curtain, this motherfucker collapse and fall down the goddamn steps. Real talk. They had to rush that nigga to the hospital. He literally made it behind the curtain, bro. Got to the steps and fell straight down the steps. Collapsed from exhaustion. I said, come on, dog. I mean, it's just your time to hang it up. Think about this, all right? What do we know about Goldberg? All right, Goldberg was a big ass name, but that nigga is old as shit. You see Goldberg wrestle now? All right. He almost hurt Brock Lesnar for real. Oh no, man. Goldberg is washed up, bro. It's over with for him. That nigga is not the man he used to be. All right. Goldberg is washed up, bro. It's over with for him. You feel me? Make way for the new people. Hell, to be honest, the females is more entertaining than the males. I just got to be real with that. The females in wrestling today, they bring way more energy than the men do. The men put on good matches, but the females, man, look, they go above and beyond. It's like watching Jerry Springer. All right, Jerry Springer with a twist. All right, and who they got? What's that girl's name? Damn, I can't even think of her name now. They got Sasha Banks fighting. Damn, what's her name? I can't think of her name now. Uh, Bianca Blair. And I think they're gonna give her the title. I think they're gonna give her the title at WrestleMania. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
Alright, you just made me walk away from this.
And I think Edge is going to take the title off of Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Look like,
You see what I'm saying?
where are you at, bro? I don't see you. I don't see you going in your footsteps.
Because Vince told Roman Reigns a long time ago. He said he was going to work the hell out of Roman Reigns, just like he did with the rest of his family. I said, damn, that's some cold-blooded shit to say.
Out.
That he was going to make Roman Reigns into just an ordinary workhorse.
I want to have it
So
still with
he gave him the title. He's turned him into a supervillain. Now he's going to strip Roman Reigns of the title and give it to Edge simply because Edge was more popular on SmackDown. You feel me? Like the majority of Edge's most epic shows were on SmackDown. You see what I'm saying?
what are we supposed to do?
Okay. All right. The Rock was smart. The Rock is done with wrestling. You don't see The Rock. The Rock got deals with Hollywood. He got a TV show that just came out. I forgot what channel it's on, but I see promotions for it. All right. Like he done made his own version of like Everybody Hates Chris. He got his own version of that. People like Stone Cold. Stone Cold, he has his podcast with the WWE. So that's how he's making his money. All right. And he's got another deal with USA Network, and like he has his own private show. Now the Miz is going to be big, man. When the Miz is misses, that shit gonna be epic. See, the funny thing is, my wife don't watch wrestling, but she watched the Miz and the Misses. And I keep saying, how can you watch the Miz and the Misses and not watch the Miz on Monday Night Raw? All right, all right. And the Miz is at the highest point of he just became the world heavyweight champion. All right. After what? 10 years? Look, look, after 10 years, god damn it. All right. Maybe a little longer. The Miz was champion like back in '08 or some shit. Okay? I forgot who beat him. But god damn it, he better take the title and run, motherfucker. Ah. All right. Does anybody look? The Miz, you know, the Miz is a guy. He didn't even start off as a wrestler. The Miz comes from MTV. That motherfucker was a character on The Real World. Who remembers that show, The Real World? All right. All right. What's his real name? Miz Mazanin or some shit. Mike, yeah, Mike something. Mazanin. Okay. And when he came to the WWE, he was a nobody, right? But he ended up meeting his wife Maurice on a show called Tough Enough, which was a part of wrestling. All right. Everybody thought they was acting, but who knew they was flirting in real life shit. Everything look. The Miz saw Maurice and said, "You know what? I think you a winner. Hell, girl, you didn't won before the even." You said Bow Wow? No, man, Bow Wow wouldn't do good, man. Bow Wow, man, nah.
Over here, over here, over here, over here.
No, I liked the one of my favorite cameos. One of my favorite cameos in wrestling was the Royal Rumble, and when Shaq came into the Royal Rumble, dog. I look, that right there to me was priceless. That was straight off the DLC pack. That was straight out of the creative community section. All right, Shaq was in the goddamn Royal Rumble trying to go to WrestleMania. I said, now this is what I'm talking about. Just go way off the motherfucking reserve. All right. And Shaq standing there toe to toe with the Big Show. Come on, man. Like, that's what I'm talking. Go off the reserve. Okay? That's how you make the shit entertaining. That's how you go off. Listen, man, one of the greatest motherfucking moments in wrestling was when the athletes of like real sports got involved. Like when motherfucking Lawrence Taylor fought Bam Bam Bigelow. Man, that was the most talked about fight ever. LT versus Bam Bam Bigelow. And that's when Lawrence Taylor had broke it down. He said, you know what, man? He said the difference between real sports and what you see what them wrestlers do. He said in real sports, you get to take breaks. When you doing what they do, you don't get to take breaks. In football, right? You play, you get fatigued, you sit on the bench, somebody come and replace you. You don't get to do that in wrestling. In boxing, you fight, and then what? You go to the corner, you take a rest, you get a drink of water, you get to sit down and breathe. Same thing in the UFC. Same thing in hockey. Name a sport that you don't get to take a break in. That there's not somebody there to, be the second string when you tire out. But in wrestling, these motherfuckers jumping around for 15, 20 minutes and they don't have no, hey man, take my place. Like, think about it. Daniel Bryan, right? This motherfucker was in the elimination chamber for 60 minutes. All right? Mima, come on, stop screaming now. Man. You see what I'm saying? That motherfucker was in that bitch for 60 minutes, jumping around. All right? And then after 60 minutes, they sent Roman Reigns in there. All right? That shit was hilarious. This motherfucker, he was sitting there fighting, jumping around for 20 minutes, climbing on the cage, bouncing, flipping, getting beat up, all this shit. At the end of 60 minutes, he could not even move. That shit was hilarious. I was like, he can't even get a drink of water. Like, Vince is a dirty motherfucker. You don't run no athlete for 20 minutes straight. They don't do that in no sport. You don't run an athlete for 60 minutes straight with no water.
No, take her. We both want to die anyway.
So ain't nothing fake about that, Tim, if you still in the chat. Ain't nothing fake about that. Because you watching live. Okay? You should see the goddamn training videos that like what motherfuckers got to do to become a wrestler. Okay. One challenge I wouldn't mind doing. I might do the rope challenge. If I ever had the opportunity to go to the arena, I think I would go for the rope challenge. You feel me? Like you got to run the ropes, bounce off the ropes non-stop for 5 minutes. All right, that's one hell of a challenge. I would like to attempt that. All right, I think I could. What the fuck? I think I could do it if I took my glasses off. I think I could do it if I took my glasses off. All right. I have to go in there blind and then just feel the ropes. All right, and let the adrenaline take over. You feel me? You said, am I still scared? No. Why don't you click my link when I open up the phone lines? Are you scared? Because I ain't scared. But I ain't about to sit up and have no goddamn conversation with about no motherfucking styles. Because we already done did that. And they don't get us nowhere. You don't like styles. All right? I like styles. Nigga, how many times we done had that conversation? You honestly want to have that conversation again? I'm just saying, dog. You been calling me a Styles ass kisser for years, so I I I I don't get it. You know I like that nigga music. You know all this already. But I'm just saying, dog, it's other fish in the sea, man. All right, and at some point, L dot, you gotta come out here with me to the ocean. All right, you gotta come out here with me to the ocean, dog, and get out that goddamn pond. All right, that's all I'm saying, man. All right, I didn't set up a plethora of brand new, fresh troll food, motherfuckers. All right, we about to get into roasting a whole new platform, dog. All right, we about to do something really really epic over here. Okay, and I see an opportunity, I see a door open. All right, and when I show everybody the door, people are either gonna go through it or they gonna stand still. But I can't wait. I'm gonna go through the door. I can't wait. I'll go through. I'm gonna go through the door. Okay. The new target is Big O. That's the new target. Now, eventually, I know I'm gonna have to get a whole nother device. Okay.
Bro, come on. What are they doing? Please, no.
Okay.
Bro, I'm choking right now. For real. Oh my god, bro.
Right. Because ZX is the new fresh meat on the table. Do you get that, L Dot? I mean, at some point, we got to go for the new fresh meat, right? I mean, how many Jamila videos is there to make? How many Mike Mills videos? How many Styles videos? When do we turn all the way up, L Dot? When do we turn all the way up? We got a whole plethora of new motherfuckers on this bitch. All right? It's a whole nother horizon. All right? And I feel like you limited yourself. What, you need me to say that out loud? I feel like you got into a comfort zone and you limited yourself when you should be tearing all this motherfucking new blood out here, man. Let's get some of this new blood. What the fuck, dog? This is what we do. You tell me what the problem is. You tell me where I'm wrong in what I'm saying right now.
Mama, it's time for bed.
Mom, I just got into the game.
All right.
You just got to go to bed because you got to go to school tomorrow.
Well, yes, L Dot. You said. I mean, come on, man. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You calling me a stalker? I mean, you've been saying that. I mean, is that something new or old? What about the new shit? We can you can talk about the old shit, but what about the new shit?
Yep, yeah, it's time for bed.
All right,
That's my hearing. But it's mine. No, it's not.
all right. Yeah, the beef between me and ZX
Let me
started
see.
in June.
She has it right here. This is not yours.
Okay, so it hasn't been a year.
Yeah, this is the Missouri.
Right,
At my house.
right,
No, it wasn't. It was in mine.
You
Yeah.
got both?
right.
Mama,
Yeah.
go look on your thing.
Before ZX, it was Labanya. Again, fresh meat. Keep naming them. Before Labanya, it was who? It was Nature Boy. Again, all new meat. New shit, L Dot. New shit. The horizon.
Don't lie now.
You could have been cooking all them niggas right along with me, but you gave it hey, you wasn't with me. You saw it, all.
Was.
But you didn't want to jump in, right?
I saw that on there.
What can I do about that? That was your decision. At the end of the day, I couldn't force you to do shit. I put a gun to your head and said, dog, come with me on this shit. All right? I couldn't drag you in. Because you saw the shit with me and Labanya. Wasn't that shit popping, L Dot? Didn't you see it popping?
Yeah, Mama, come put your stuff on.
The shit with me and Nature Boy. Wasn't that shit popping? This is how we get into the Jazzy and the Ashe and the Diva Tomboyish and the Clyde Diva. Where was my nigga L Dot at? Where was my nigga L Dot at while I'm doing all of this shit? He was talking about Mike Mills and Jamila. Like I said, bro, we about to hit some more shit. We about to hit some more shit because people Like the fresh shit that you bring them. All right. Hell, to say that I'm a stalker, hell, that logic could be used on you. People call you a stalker. But either we gonna play with this YouTube shit or we gonna get serious about it. I'm getting serious about it, Eldad. I don't come up here and play no more. You know, I jumped all the way in. I didn't look back. I didn't look back.
My biggest friend, for some reason, I asked her, did she miss her mom, and then she said yes.
All right.
And I also think because being mean. I think you should let her have a fear of her earrings.
No, I wasn't being mean. I actually asked her, did she miss her mom, and then she
All
said
right.
yes.
Yeah, she do miss her mom. You can't be mean to her, Bubba. I won't want nobody being mean to you. And it's okay if you run at least a couple pair of earrings. You don't
All
need
right.
them like that. And if you want some more, I can get you some more. You have to learn to share. What you got, sister Sheila?
All right. Well, I know you don't stalk people, but again, you didn't even acknowledge what I'm saying. I didn't say that you stalk people. I said that people say this about you. They say it. See, I didn't say you stalk anybody. I said people say it about you.
Okay, whatever.
Just like you came in the chat and said, Vic, you stalk people. I call myself the king of trolls, L. Dot.
Listen, you will
I
eat
don't
cake.
say that, I'm a news journalist. I don't say that, I play the trumpet. I say I'm the king of trolls, so what you see is what you get. I don't hide that. That's not a diss to me. Because if I get to trolling a motherfucker, you goddamn right. Call me a stalker, whatever. I'm gonna get all the research on you before I go at you. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna look at your oldest videos. I'm gonna research the fuck out of you. Before I even address you, I'm gonna know something about you. All right.
She see you doing something good. She wants to do something good too.
Right now, I think the motherfucker that need to be addressed. This is my opinion. I feel that the motherfucker that need to be addressed is a female by the name of Queen Op. Now the chat room might agree or disagree, but L. Dot, do you know who Queen Op is? Because that looks like, all right, some shit
Mom,
that could lead into some other shit. Okay, a lot of YouTubers are crossing over into this big O shit. I don't know how any of this big O shit works, but somehow these motherfuckers actually do pay you. And they pay you pretty quickly. So if we go into these new platforms, shit, I'm not taking none of the old motherfucking niggas with me on the new platform. Like I'm not gonna go, like I don't go to Big O and talk about True Freeman. I don't go on Instagram and talk about True Freeman. I don't do shows on ZX when I go on my website. All right. We'll troll them. But like you said, L. Dot, when you look at what? YouTube, all you see is videos on ZX. Well, yeah, that's one place. But how many places am I actually in? That's one place. How many places am I actually in? When I go live on Big O, do you see me go live on Big O? Because I go live on Big O, it'd be 163 people in the room. 200 motherfuckers in there watching me spin records. Real talk. Okay? I just feel like, you know, it is what it is. Shit. All right? Hell, the videos I make now is videos where I'm addressing motherfuckers. All right? So the people you say I stalk, well, hell, when I stop stalking them, well, now they stalk me. I just don't make videos saying they stalk me. I just address them. They make a video about me. I might make one back and throw a little gas on the fire. All right? I got niggas on this bitch like ZX. I'll say something in the video, delete the video, and this nigga will quote me verbatim out of a deleted video. So who's stalking who? Who's stalking who? Real talk. You just seen True Freeman tag me in the video. Hell, before I even got out the bed. All right? And I went and trolled him for 9 hours. Yeah, at some point, I got to give my audience attention. All right? Because, I had fun trolling like I always do. But see, the next video I do, L dot, because like I said, I'm scheduled. All right, I did this live show, right? But the next live show I do, all right, is about to be on the VicDamoane network. I was making sure that I had enough juice on my phone, which I uh, believe I have enough juice on my phone. All right, and we about to invade Big O. That's what's on the menu. We going to Big O, and we going over there to invade. All right. We going on Big O to invade. All right. The invasion is about to begin. All right. So tune in and keep up because, like I said, we got to get these lives done. Got to get these shows done. Got to stay on track. All right. Got to stay on track. So for everybody that's ready for us to invade Big O, all right. All right. And we're going to do this AOV style. We're going to do this AOV style. You dig? We going in, all right? And as the king, don't worry. You don't have to have a Big O account. I am going to bring all of you to Big O without having to sign up. You dig? It's only right. Okay? It's only right. So get ready. Because here we go.